Clyde just muted his mic. What the heck's going on?
Sorry about that, people. I was just having a coughing fit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats. Welcome to Backfire Simsport TV. I'm Clyde Whiting, and tonight we bring you round 12, the final round of Season 4 of the EDF Motorsports GT4 TCR Challenge, live from Road Atlanta. In the booth with me tonight, I have Mr. Bill Switzer. Good evening.
Good evening, Clyde. Good evening, everybody.
I have Miss Stacy Jeffries. Good evening.
Good evening, Clyde, and good evening to everyone that's watching.
And also, we have Mr. New Microphone, so you might be able to hear him tonight, Yaz Samai.
Good evening, everybody. Loud and clear.
Well, I can hear you, Yaz, if nobody else can. And on the cameras, it is the one-armed bandit, Mr. Sam Boozin.
Good evening. Nobody heard Yaz because I turned his volume because it was too loud now with the 200%, and that was too low. So, yeah, there we go.
Well, that is the first time we've ever heard that about Yaz. Right, guys, so we are 8 minutes into qualifying, so we're going to have to be quick tonight. Bill, Road Atlanta, another American circuit, the Pork Chop, as it's known as, absolutely fantastic track.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I've been there many times in the flesh, too, and it's even more fun going there. But it's an absolutely great track, in my opinion, not just because it's in the U.S., It's a fast track, a lot of neat turns, elevation changes, blind corners, not so blind corners. It's a test for these cars. It'll be a lot of fun.
And Yaz, have you done much racing around here?
Yes, lots of racing around here. I think we've been here before a few times in the GT4 series. It's a lovely track to drive. It is a little bit different. For some other reason, the BMW feels a little bit different around here this season. A few of the guys have been complaining, but the track is a fun, exciting one. Lots of sweeping corners, so looking forward to it.
Stacey, obviously, you don't really get to drive much, but I hear you took part in a practice session this week.
Certainly did. Martin gave me a couple of laps on my own without anybody else, and then he threw me in a practice. Yeah, crazy track, lots of bends. Good fun, but not for someone that gets motion sickness on a VR headset.
And did you beat his time?
Sorry?
Did you beat his time?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. Oh, well, that's a shame. Maybe next season. Right, so last time out, round 11, Wobbly Knee Camp took home the win. I believe that was at Hockenheim. In GT4s, Stefan Goebel came second. Rob Venn was third. In TCR, Stephen Walker took away the win. Gary Craig was second, and Chris Shaw was third. So your standings, top of GT4 is Tyler Newitt with 1868. Second is Rob Venn with 1739. And third is Stefan Goebel with 1529. Into TCR and Mark Draper. Oh, I'm doing a bill. Mark Draper is leading the way with 1,730 points. Second is Gary Craig with 1551. And Jamie Wilson is third with 1459. Now, this is the best part of the night. So, the team standings, we have, get ready for the cheers, BSTV Esports Yellow leading the way with 2482. I need one of them things that does the rounds of applause and shit like that. In second place, we have BSTV Esports Green with 2360.
Oh, killer, huh? Wow.
And in third place, we have Result Clothing iRacing Team with 2125. So that brings you up to date with the stand-ins. I think Stacey's just had a stroke. So let's have a look where we are in qualifying, guys. Stacy, no surprise. Tyler Newitt, top of the pile in GT4. Wobbly Knee Camp is currently second. And Marco Loert standing in, he's in the team anyway, but Stefan Goebel is away on vacation, so Marco Loert is driving.
That's Chris Shaw second in GT4. I don't know when he changed to GT4.
Sorry. Chris Shaw has switched to the McLaren, so my numbers are a bit wrong. I don't know if Sam has got time to change that before we get going. So yeah, sorry. Tyler Newitt first, Chris Shaw second, Wobbly Knee Camp third in TCR. So let me just work this out. So Stephen Walker is currently leading the way in TCR with Lee Bowden in second and Mark Draper in third. So Chris Shaw switched to GT4. What are you expecting from that? Do you reckon he can challenge Tyler Newitt?
Well, he's within a 10th at this point in time, so I think it's going to be quite fun for him up there. He's always been quick, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do in the GT4 in the McLaren, the thirsty McLaren. So I'm sure he's just up for the challenge. He likes to enjoy himself, so I'm sure he's just putting himself in there to have some fun this evening.
Yeah, obviously he had to miss the first, I think, 4 rounds of the season. So he's not really in the championship, but be interesting to see what Chris does next season, whether he sticks with the TCR or whether this is a preemptive strike in the GT4s. Stacy Martin, how has he got on round here?
It's not the quickest, as we can see at the moment. He seems to be really enjoying the track. It's just a shame he's not as quick as the other guys. I know he's got a new setup that he's got on the car that went on yesterday. So I believe he's still getting to grips with the new setup.
Right, okie dokie. And Yaz, do your best to ruin somebody's race. Where are the winners coming from?
Do I want to ruin somebody's race? I'm going to go Tyler Newitt. Yeah. I think I don't think there's. I mean, he's shown up, so I think that's enough for him to take the championship this season. My favorite pick, Stefan Goebel, is not here this week, so I think it's going to be Chris Shaw or Wobbly to take it. If Tyler does, if I do get to curse Tyler, then it's going to be Wobbly and Shaw. But we all know Tyler knows what he's doing all the time, as you can see from the timing now. In the TCRs, it looks like Stephen Walker's up front there once again, like he has been. But the usual suspects are right behind him, so it's a difficult one to pick. I think Stephen Walker's going to take it away. I mean, it's I'm not pulling anything out of the hat there because I've just picked the two are currently on pole, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, well, there's nothing like sitting on the fence, is there? If you need some tweezers sending over to get the splinters out of your arse, Yaz, just give me a shout. So we are at the end of qualifying now. Wobbly was still on the track, but he's just decided to commit suicide somewhere.
Did you see the car disappeared in a puff of smoke, too? That was pretty interesting.
So this is looking like it's going to be a really good race, and I'm just going to mute my microphone for a second because I need to shout something to my wife.
Bring cake! No, sorry.
That's probably exactly what he's saying there, Bill.
Yeah, well, he was whining and complaining that she hasn't brought cake in a while. It's no wonder. Well, he had a terrible, tough weekend taking care of his grandsons and building a McLaren Senna, so he's been busy.
Sorry, yeah, I'm back. I was just ordering a drink. Doesn't
Oh, we
look like...
thought you know what? We thought it was cake. Damn.
Yeah, I could hear you. No cake has been brought forth, so we could be out of cake.
Okay.
Is not good.
Not the broadcast. There's no cake.
No cake. That's
right.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
Shut it down. Okay.
Well, I've got the cake. I've got the cake this evening, so we're all good.
Whoa! Listen to him. Okay.
Right, guys, girls. Let me see if I can get some sort of grid up.
It's up.
Yeah. So just looking at this year, the GT4s, we've got Tyler Newitt for BSTV Esport Orange in first, Chris Shaw BSTV Esport Yellow in second place, Wobbly Kneecap Next Level E Series, but is he not? I think he's driving for BSTV now.
He's actually privateer at the moment.
Privateer, okay. And then Marco Levert for VTS Germany in fourth, Rob Vin, BSTV Esport Yellow in fifth. Sixth place we've got Chris Needham, RWC Racing. Andy Perks driving as a privateer in seventh, Jason Haddington, RWC Racing 2, and then we've got Sir Alan Toon bringing up the rear for Team Saga. That's the GT4 field.
And I can now see the grid. So Stephen Walker goes off in first place, pole position in TCR. Lee Bowden goes off second. Mark Draper is in third. Jamie Wilson fourth. Gary Craig in fifth. David Ayres in sixth. Carl Hardy in seventh. Pete Godham Slow Bingham is somewhere on a different track. And bringing up the rear of the field at the moment is Martin Brennan. So you'll be interested to know that no, there is no cake, but I have just been handed a large packet of Oreo bites.
Oh,
No.
she is far too good to you. I have to tell you.
We shall see what happens with those. I don't think they're going to last very long.
They're going to disappear.
So we do a full formation lap here at Road Atlanta.
Yeah, one of the old tracks, isn't it?
It's quite a nice track. Starts out at the front with a big uphill section, and then coming down the hill through the S's, where we see the GT4s going through now. And then we've got a short little straight into the handle of the pork chop. Let's call it that.
Very good. That's right.
Yeah, and a couple of right-handers onto the long straight where we're going to see a massive toes coming down there. I can see quite a few passes as they get to the chicane at the end of that long straight. I think that's probably going to be where we're going to see lots of overtakes and lots of action at the end of the straight here. It's quite a long one, and then they go back up the hill again after the chicane. You'll see them go up the hill.
It's the downhill VR that gets me.
This left here is into this chicane is really, really difficult.
Yeah,
Oh, I
and
know that. That's where I took out Lee Bowden on Monday on practice.
Yeah, Tyler is going to go early, I believe.
you should go early.
He's
And
gone.
And we got a green flag.
and they're off
They're
now.
all
and they're-
away.
Now coming into this first corner can be very tricky.
Yeah, Wobbly
going
putting
wide.
pressure on Chris Shaw.
It's a very fast sweeping right-hander up the hill there, and then into a very tight. And there we've got some action already.
Uh oh.
It's a big one.
Somebody tried to decide to drive through there backwards.
That looks like Rob Venn to me.
Oh boy.
Rob Vin out, Andy Perks out. Like to see what happened there again. But the TCR seem to have gotten away cleanly.
There you go. Yes, here's your view right here.
Ooh, Rob Vin getting into Marco with Andy Perks, just a passenger.
He had no place to
nowhere
go. Yeah. That's too bad.
It looked like Rob Vin.
That car looks injured. Whew.
Yeah.
That sucker was-
TCRs went in single file, and they seemed fine.
Yeah, they've come out the other side, haven't they?
Yep, they're down in the handle of the pork chop. Oh, not quite yet. Oh no, they're on the other side. Sorry, long straight.
On the long straight.
Now, I would thought that would be the bone of the pork chop.
I
Well,
suppose.
you still got to hold it there, so
Yeah.
you hold it on the. Not that I'd know anything about pork chops, of course.
Oh well, unless there's something you want to admit to, Yaz.
Well, when things calm down here, I'll give you some useless information about Road Atlanta. But
Yaz is In the meantime, Yaz is coming out of the pork closet.
Nah, let's not put him on the spot with that right now, okay?
I can't wait till Ramadan next year
Oh,
because I'm going to weigh him.
Here we go.
I thought last week when you said we were going to try something next year, I thought you were going to say you were going to try and fast.
No.
He's not even thinking about that.
Ain't
yet.
happening, no.
I'm surprised he didn't just go no.
So the TCRs look to be going cleanly this evening. I mean, we
Have a little parade going on, yeah.
And as always, you know, we always see this train of TCRs that can't be separated. Getting back to the GT4s here, there's a bit of a gap between Tyler, Chris Shaw up front, and then the next two playing defensive games here. We know that Wobbly knows how to drive defensively, how to make the BMW as wide as possible, and we can see him do it with Marco.
Yeah, a little bit of inside information as we watch Jamie Shaw. Jamie Shaw's really doing a bill. Yeah, this is shocking, isn't it?
Should I sign off now or what?
So Jamie Wilson was trying to put a move on, I think that was Mark Draper. That's opened the door for Gary Craig to put a move, or trying to put a move on Jamie Wilson, which in turn has got Carl Hardy interested in Gary Craig. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's all kicking off there. Yeah, a little bit of inside information. We believe that Wobbly is trying a one-stopper in the GT4s.
Carl Hardy and Gary Craig, yeah?
Wow.
Oh, too wide. Looks like he's got it
done.
Wow.
That also got David Ayres interested.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. Wow.
Oh,
look at this.
3 wide, you're in the middle.
Not liking this.
I had that on the M25 at the weekend.
V formation.
Oh,
my goodness.
Keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean. Oh, it's back
two
down.
into the chicane. Oh, that's something.
That was great.
That was something.
Yeah, Gary got the drive out, didn't he? But David's sticking there.
Jeez,
You got to sort it out now, boys. Sort it out.
Whoa.
He blew up blue. Oh, there's going to be a fight when them two get to work tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
Someone's not getting lunch tomorrow.
That looked a little suspicious, boy. I'll tell you.
It's going to be frosty at Result Clothing in the morning. Gary Craig says, thank you very much.
Of course, the cubicle walls will be built a little bit higher tomorrow.
Oh, I think David just didn't realise that
He was there.
Carl was there.
He definitely came over. Wow.
He was definitely in his blind spot. But yeah, spotter should have called him there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, totally agree with that. What do you think, Stacey? You know the result, boys. Shall we stir it up and get them fighting at work tomorrow?
Definitely, I would say that is not Cole's fault at all. I think David just didn't see him. There's been a bit of a chat on Discord about who's going to take out who, but I didn't think it would be result taking out result.
No, but if you're going to take someone out, make sure it's your teammate. Unless you drive for BSTV, obviously.
Yeah, Clyde and I have lived that before, haven't we, Clyde?
Yeah, any of our teammates that take each other out get flagellated with a branch. So it'd be interesting, Yaz, if Wobbly is on this one stopper.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at the times, at the lap times, and it's not much that difference in the actual lap times, but yeah, it will be interesting to see if he can pull it off. It's quite a long way to go, to make it between 1 and 2 stops. I think this race is going to go about 40 to 41 laps. And the talk is that you can get about 18 laps on a full tank at full pace, which means you'll basically need to save, what's that, halfway, it's three laps in each stint, which is quite a bit. So we'll see how it goes. The other thing is that there are these very long straights. There's the downhill section, so there's definitely an opportunity to save. But can you save that much at a good pace? I don't know. Again, this is something we'll find out at the halfway mark when everybody comes into stop.
Yeah. So it's the text says Wobbly is confident he can do it on one stop. Wobbly's usually confident he can finish races, but that doesn't always happen. So we'll wait and see what happens. We're only 8 minutes in. We've had blue on blue in the TCR field, which is very rare. We had a bit of a kerfuffle in the GT4 field as well.
Not being a fuel mileage expert, I have to tell you, though, from the beginning of the race, it didn't look like Wobbly was really conserving too much. He was going head to tail with Marco Lewert. So I'm not quite sure. Was that David Ayres?
That's David Ayres, yeah.
Yep. Is Carl Hardy near him anywhere?
Didn't see what happened. Don't know if he lost it on his own, whether there was contact there. I'm sure Sam will be able to tell us. I think he's on his own, isn't he?
Yeah, these two right-handers are ready to go.
Yeah.
Give him a bit of a tap coming past.
That was a judgment call. Hard to say.
I think Jimmy just misunderstood.
Yeah, me too.
David is 1 lap down with the damage, and looking at it like this, he's on the left, and I think Jimmy just thought he was letting him go just to keep up the fight. So, yeah, unfortunate.
So, evening, well, Chris Jackson was on as disappeared. Evening to James. Russell Cowell has said, nice of David to block Stephen out of the pits. So, not sure what happened there. Let's have a look. So that's how David ended up in the middle of that battle anyway.
Yeah, this track's pit exit is not in the best place if you're coming out there and there's some fast cars coming up behind you.
Many years ago, the pit exit was on the other side of the track from where you just saw it come out.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that was intentional. I think he was trying to get up to speed. But yeah, I suppose he could have just moved out of the way and let him go. But maybe he was trying to fight to stay on the lead lap. I don't know. You don't know what goes through drivers' heads.
That's where the pit exit was, right there.
And that corner is very fast there, coming up the hill.
Sure is.
I know in the GT4s you take that corner in 4th gear, so you're still carrying a lot of speed. And then you've got someone coming out of the pits not quite up to speed yet, so you just got to be careful to see what's, considering it's a lap down, you got to be watching what's coming around the corner. If he was racing for position and coming out of the pits, then then you are going to sort of position yourself as best as you can, even if you are a little bit slower. But you got a lap down.
Yeah, in the meantime, Marco Lewert has got past wobbly kneecaps. So he's now in 3rd place in GT4. Not sure if Sam can show us that move or not. Obviously, being a bit of an amateur cameraman, he's not as quick as me, but yeah, we got there eventually. Look. And he has only got one arm, so
Yeah.
Whoa, good move, Marco. Yeah, I like that. The double bluff.
Wow, that was something.
Marco driving on his own here without Stefan Goebel this week.
Yeah, I wonder where Stefan's gone for his vacation.
And then we've also got only 2 of the RWC drivers this week as well.
Yeah, we're missing Arnaud Chanonnier, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Chris Needham's had a couple of good results over the last couple of weeks, coming in close there. So we've seen some good improvements from those guys since they joined the league.
Yeah, we've had some nice comments from the RWC guys on the Discord over the last few days. They're looking to come back for season 5.
Yeah, they really did
start in 2 weeks' time.
They really did fit into the community very well, and they sort of enjoyed it. They have enjoyed their time chatting to the guys and getting involved and everything else. So it's really good to see that happening.
Yeah, I must admit it's not a difficult community to get into, is it? The guys and girls, because Stacy's in there as well. They are a fantastic bunch. There's as much help for anybody that wants it. Anybody watching, or anyone watching on +1 or Dave. These guys and girls will help you out as much as they possibly can to get you up to speed and fighting for podiums and fighting with other drivers. So when you look at the standard of racing, sometimes you can look at it and go, do you know what, that's a bit too quick for me, or a bit too I'm going to say professional, although I don't mean it because Tyler's in there. But these guys will they will do everything they can to get you up to speed. So, like I say, we shall be opening up season 5 next week, and then it starts in 2 weeks' time. So get signed up once we're open and come and learn about either the TCR or one of these GT4 cars.
Yeah, I remember when I started out and I came in here, I had no idea what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm better at it.
Welcome to the club.
I see you got that in before I did.
Yeah, but at least I'm a little bit better at not knowing what I'm doing. So it just takes you to another level with the help, and then also just wanting to be competitive. You can't just show up and race. You got to put in the time and put in the practice, and these guys make the practice fun. By by taking out the time to
By
chat to
putting
everybody,
Stacy
to talk
on
to each
track.
other. Yeah. So that's part of the community, and like you said, where this chat sort of started with the RWC guys, they've really come in, and you've seen the improvement that they've shown over the last few races.
Yeah, Russell saying on the chat that Spectre 6 are looking to have 4 cars in next season for this. Not seen any of those guys sign up for the ITCR yet, so let's hope they get involved in that as well.
While we've been chatting, Jamie Wilson made one heck of a move on, who was that? Lee Bowden for second place. It was a beauty. Boy, oh boy, he went up that hill over that blind right-hander after, past the pit exit on the inside, and just held his line, boy. And of course, Lee Bowden's trying to fight back right now, going down the back straight.
If Lee wins, he can have driver of the night. There you go.
And Stacey's pick already. And just to answer Russell on the chat, you can do both, mate. You can do both. 2 totally different styles of racing in the same car.
You know, you guys made terrific comments about the league here, and what's really made it interesting to me is the fact that we haven't had big numbers here, which isn't always necessarily, you always think it's going to be kind of boring and spread out, but these guys always put on a heck of a show, and it's because I think of the respect they have for each other, the comradeship, and and they're fender to fender, to door. They're not afraid to bump into each other a little bit, but they're all good sports. There's no intentional baloney like you can get in some places, and they really put on a heck of a show.
Yeah, no, I think as well, whilst we're blowing the league's trumpet, I think most drivers that have driven with us in this league, they can always find somebody to race with. It's not very often, apart from Pete, that you see somebody running round the back on their own.
He is getting rinsed tonight. It would be nice to see some ladies racing, definitely.
It most certainly would, Stacey.
Well, you should post, Stacey.
I mean,
you should be you should be at the forefront of that, Kate.
They haven't got enough internet for 1 computer, let alone 2.
Unfortunately, that is right. But I mean, any of the ladies that are watching that are thinking, "Oh my God, how am I going to compete with all these guys?" Just want to go. By what happened on Monday, I jumped in one of the practice sessions. The guys were talking to me. Cole stopped what he was doing so I could follow him around. So he was going at a reasonable speed so I could start learning lines. All the guys were saying, no worries. They were like going around me because I was basically just watching Cole and the lines and everything else. So they were really, really helpful, really, really welcoming. I thought I was going to get ripped while I was on there, but no, they were all really, really nice. So any ladies out there that want to join this league, do it. These guys are superb. Really, really nice group.
Yeah, and obviously there's a big shift in motorsport at the moment, getting more females in, ethnic minorities and that sort of thing. And we need to be doing the same on iRacing. Or any online racing or gaming platform. There are a few female drivers around in iRacing, but
who's out in the boondocks there? Next out in the sand trap there. Wow. Who the heck is that?
Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Matt Elmore is saying Russ is a lady at the weekend, so.
Oh, that was Alan Toon. Oh, too bad, Alan.
Sir Alan.
Sir Alan.
Get it right.
Well, yeah, I know. I got to be careful.
So, 20 minutes gone. Why is Chris Shaw in front of Tyler? Ah, that's why. Tyler is definitely 2-stopping. He's splitting the race in 3.
He did have a massive gap to Chris Shaw before that stop, so I think the gap was over 10 seconds
Wow.
They were
before he
battling.
came into that pit stop.
They were battling. So
Oh,
there were
did
no
I
gaps.
see that now? Oh, oops. My bad.
No, I think you're still on the previous project file, which do not include Chris Show into the GT4, so your gap is probably not right. That's why. No worries.
Maybe that's it. But nonetheless,
You
so
still do better
he's
than
in
flag,
now.
so-
We'll have to see what happens when he comes out. Well,
I think one thing for sure, there's pun intended, Chris will not be one stopping in the McLaren, surely not.
that would be quite an achievement if he does. I'm
surely
sure
not. See, come on, keep it going.
I'm sure you'll see him coming now very soon.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure that he will.
He's positive he'll have to stop.
Even into
Nah, I'm not.
Adam Wright on the chat. Denny, I can't remember.
And there's
Denny.
in.
I'm currently on Gran Turismo in my league as Carl is racing in this. That's lucky. I thought he was going to say in my underpants, but
Well, Chris Shaw, I was sure that Chris Shaw was going to come in, and it looks like he has come in.
yeah, Andy Perks is in the middle of this TCR battle in his GT4. There's Tyler Newitt.
Clyde, will these guys be taking any tyres at all this evening?
Yeah, well, I don't think Chris is because his car didn't pop up. Tyler, you never know. Tyler's he's like an old man in a young body.
Here's Chris Shaw coming out. He's Tyler put a little space between them.
Yeah, you never know what he's gonna do. Looking at the pit stop time, I'm not sure Tyler did because he was a couple of seconds quicker than Chris. He did go up in the air, so I would guess that would be 2 lefts maybe
Left
for
tire?
Tyler. Yeah.
Probably left. These TCRs again, all attached at the hip. What we've become quite used to seeing. Jamie Wilson, Lee Bowden, Mark Draper, Gary Craig, snaking their way down the S's.
There's a question on the chat for you guys there.
Yeah, see that. So, Jan, you don't need a license level. We take anybody from rookie to pro. We just ask that you are a clean driver, and you learn as you go. So get signed up once we open next week, and we'll see you on track next season. For anybody else watching, obviously we follow the official iRacing schedule, so we won't actually know what the schedule is until it's released. But a lot of these guys, especially in the TCRs, do a lot of obviously our league racing, and then they do the officials together as well. So yeah, success breeds success, we hope.
Yeah, that officials being the IMSA Michelin Pilot challenge on iRacing, yeah.
And then obviously shameless plug time. You've heard us talk about ITCR, which is our new league starting. We have Media Day on Sunday. We've still got some spaces left, so if you want to sign up for that, it's going to be British touring car style racing every other Sunday. And we're going to be having 3 20-minute races, or as somebody told me the other night, sprint to the death races. I think that's a little bit dramatic, but we'll see. Yeah, and I probably agree with Adam there. Adam says, not sure clean is going to be a requisite for ITCR, but we shall see. So we are coming up on 26 minutes gone. Wobbly knee camp needs to go about another 4 minutes. So he really needs another 3 laps or 2 and a bit more saving in his second stint.
Is Stephen Walker actually in this race? Wow, he's 4.5 seconds ahead. Holy cow.
Yeah, and Matt Elmer on the chat has just said that Stephen's got a new rig that he only set up 2 days ago. So he's obviously got comfortable in it fairly quickly.
Apparently. Here's a bit of useless information for you. Where these, where the TCRs on screen now are coming down into that left-right-hander chicane. Years ago, that was never there. It went straight across, kind of on an angle.
Sorry, Bill.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, oh!
Ooh, that was
Anyone
a
else
clencher.
breathing then?
Yeah, I sort of stopped for a minute. Jamie Wilson has just peeled off into the pits
Yes,
there.
he has. No, that's that chicane at the bottom of the hill was never there. It was just kind of swooped down and then curved right under the bridge, and they had a lot of accidents and stuff there. A lot of these sport racing type cars would actually, when the downforce wasn't really, we didn't know much about it. They were actually flipping over backwards on the back straightaway. They were going so fast. They used to call it the Road Atlanta Flying Club. There were about 5 or 6 members.
So coming up on 28 minutes. So Wobbly hasn't stopped. Chris Needham hasn't stopped. That's in GT4. TCR should easily make it on 1 stop.
And we have an inset picture of Tyler Newitt at the controls of his, whatever it is, Porsche, I guess it is. That's right.
The smiling assassin himself.
Yeah, he's all over the back of Chris Needham now, who still needs to stop.
I took part of the
You
short
always
course
look
that
so
time.
happy. Sorry,
Yeah, Tyler's always very happy when he's looking at somebody's rear end.
Yeah. Critical corner right there, most critical one on the course. That corner he just took. That's how you get the speed under this straightaway.
Wobbly's got a 17-second lead now, and looks like he's making the 1-stopper work.
Yeah, just on Wobbly, he lost 4 seconds, and he's in now.
He's in. Yeah, he's in now.
That's going to be complicated.
Oh!
Riding on the curbs. Whoa.
No, that's Gary. He was a bit sideways there.
And they'll be in the same chat group, so they'll be talking to each other.
Yeah, I think, well, Wobbly just needs to do a second stint like his first stint, doesn't he, to make that 1 stop work? Because he's going to come out of the pits with just under 30 minutes to go.
We got Pete on.
Oh, hello, hello. Are we going to get a slow-mo?
Real wide.
Oh,
Oh, he hung on.
yeah, a bit rubbish,
safe.
wasn't it? Come on, Pete, if you're going to do it properly.
And Mark Draper peels off into the pits.
Yeah, just to answer Russell, yes, Gary has pitted. So TCRs, from my screen, it's just Stephen, Lee Bowden, and Martin Brennan to pit. However, my screen is not always correct, and my eyes are old and knackered.
Yeah, Martin hasn't pit. Yeah, Martin hasn't been in the pit yet.
Now Martin's not going to try to do a no stopper, is he?
Mark Draper leaving.
Nice. There's lots of chit chat going on upstairs, so I'm assuming it's the result boys having a bit of a tactics chat.
Ah.
Oh, people do run out of fuel. Was it the last V8 race? Yarrick Sebula was having a whale of a time and forgot to pit, run out of fuel.
Yep.
So pit stops up on your screen now. Lee Bowden has just come in.
Yep, and Carl Hardy's on his way back out.
So we're now waiting on Martin Brennan and Stephen Walker. Get the pit stops out of the way, and then we'll give you a rundown on what's going on. I was just going to say that those pit stops have split the TCR field up a bit, but it hasn't split these two up.
Yeah, they've been bosom buddies the whole race here. And Jamie worked so hard the first stint getting past him, now he's behind him again. Yeah.
Okay, leader in TCR, Stephen Walker, is in. Has Martin got the fuel to take the lead?
Getting ready with my camera to take a picture.
These two still have a long way to go to get to the start-finish straight.
Yeah, I'm just watching Martin's time at the moment. Is he gonna? No, he's not. He's coming in the pits. That was a shame. He could have took the lead, retired with a technical fault, and then told everybody he would have won it.
Leader on lap 24. Yep.
Yeah. There's only, what have we got? Just, am I right in thinking we've got about a second in the GT4 lead battle?
You're correct. It's about 8 or 9 tenths. Just about a second. Yep. Orioles going yet?
Do you know what? I've not even opened them yet.
Wow.
I've finished my cake.
cake did you have, Yaz?
I had chocolate chiffon cake. It was my son's birthday yesterday.
Wow.
Oh, and what's your son's name and how old was he?
He's Isa. His name is Isa, and he was 10.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, sir. Wow.
Happy birthday.
Excellent.
Okay, so let's have a look at our running order 36 minutes in. So, leader of GT4, obviously doing a 2-stopper, is Tyler Newitt. Chris Shaw currently just behind him in second, also on a 2-stopper. Marco Lewert is in third place. He's got to be on a 2-stopper. Wobbly Knee Camp is in fourth place, and we believe he is trying the 1-stopper. Jason Haddington is fifth. He's another one of your 2-stoppers. Chris Needham is sixth. Another driver we believe is trying the 1-stopper. Andy Perks is in seventh and in the pits again. Although I believe that will be his final stop. In eighth is Rob Venn, who we saw have a little bit of trouble at the start. And in ninth place is Sir Alan Toon. Over to TCR, and Stephen Walker leads the way by 5.5 seconds over Lee Bowden. Jamie Wilson is right up his chuff pipe in third, and Gary Craig is currently in fourth, and Tyler's just had an incident. Let's just hold off on... No, let's not hold off on that replay. What has he... Oh, he took some curb. Still doesn't look bad. Oh, that was weird.
Ooh.
Don't think that would have done too much damage. He might have got away with that.
Coming through that S's is really tricky. You it's very easy to get it wrong, and if you do get it wrong, it's very difficult to get it back.
It looked to me as though he took too much of the first curb, but then managed to get it under control. So
he's into the pit.
Yeah, I think they can get to the end from here. So if he's got a fast repair, he'll probably take that as well. Let's just finish off your running order in TCR. So Gary Craig is currently in fourth, trying to catch up on that battle in front. Win it or bin it, Mark Draper is currently fifth. Pete Bingham is in sixth. Martin Brennan is in seventh. David Ayres is currently eighth. And Carl Hardy, having a very long pit stop, is currently in ninth.
Right, Carl's actually out of the race now. He's actually sitting in the interview waiting room. If you want to drag him in quickly just to find out what's been going on.
Do you want to interview him?
You can drag him in, that's not an issue.
Okie dokie. So let's bring in Mr. Carl Crashy Hardy, and over to you, Stacy.
Good evening, Carl. How you doing, fella?
Very well. Yourself?
Good, thank you. Can you tell us what happened earlier with David?
No, he's got in the way.
Well, that's kind of like what we were saying, that we think perhaps maybe David didn't see you. What's your take on it?
He didn't realise I was there. That's what he said at the time. It's fine, isn't it?
Protest.
It's funny that I'm actually there.
You can't do it yet, it's too early.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you got to wait 12 hours.
Oh, right, okay. All right, happy days. I am protesting his nose.
So did you decide to just call it a day and you've just come in and just quit?
Oh, no, I crashed again, didn't I? We made contact again, going down the back straight, and that ripped my car off. And then I sat there, got it repaired, and then my steering was still a bit wonky. So here I am.
We missed the second crash, so I don't know whether Sam can have a look back, see if we've got it anywhere.
That first accident there, Carl, I think he took you out, man.
He did. Yeah, he did. 100%. But he knows. He said sorry, and I just laughed. It's fine. That's the thing. You got. I mean, we just nick out of each other and carried on.
You were very nice, but he took you out. Let me. Here's the back on the back steering. Let's see.
Right. Okay. So let's see whose fault this one was.
This one's mine.
Oh, you. Oh, yeah. Payback, huh? Good.
Yeah, but I lost. His nose is bigger than my stomach.
Oh, you could have got him the second time.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You missed him on the way back on track, you know.
See, that's how nice I am. We're just hoping for Mark to just get this to the end then, and he can have that championship.
Get the points
what are
going,
your plans? Sorry, Stacey. What are your plans for next season? Are you signing up again?
Yeah, mate, definitely. 100%.
Good. And we dragging any other? Are there any other result drivers? You seem to have most of them in iRacing. So
we had, when I put out about the Sunday one, all of a sudden, all the MX-5 drivers seemed really interested. So I don't know if they're going to be tempted, but we are going to look for another driver to join Mark because he needs one more for the work guard. So yeah, we are looking for one more there.
You can have Pete if you want.
No.
Free transfer, mate. Actually, no, we'll pay you.
How many pies?
As many as you can eat.
Quality. You know, that's a lot. I'll tell you what, I'm surprised about Pete tonight. I thought he was
that he's still going, or
that, and how like he was at the back qualifying. He was Monday night. He obviously had to do a broadcast, but he popped in for 40 minutes, and he was on the pace straight away.
Yeah,
quite surprised. Mind you, there wasn't that much between us all, I suppose.
Yeah, he's not really ripping up the score sheet at the moment. But yeah, no, he's still going. So
it's very competitive, this field, though. I mean, there was less than a second between us all after quali. And that's
maybe I should come and join and make Pete look even better.
Oh, Stace, the other night that was funny.
Stacey,
have you told him you were actually sick?
Yeah,
I was, yeah.
Proper sick note. I went past her on one of the corners and it just made her jump. It's so funny.
Yeah, we on Monday night we heard about the hurling hero.
Oh, she was proper shouting out for Ralph down the toilet.
But no, thanks for your help though on Monday, Carl. That was really good for you to kind of like, you know, go nice and slow, good pace, and then we just follow you just to like learn the lines and stuff.
You done all right first time. It was all right. Done well.
Really?
So, yeah, right. First time. That's not bad at all. So get yourself a rig.
Move house.
Yeah. Some internet.
Definitely missing some internet for sure.
Well, thanks for joining us in the booth and telling us just how bad your teammate is. I'm sure he'll be making the coffees in the morning. Before we let you go, Carl, any shout outs you want to give?
Especially everyone to do with BSTV. Absolute diamonds. Well done to all of you. Brilliant season. Obviously EDF for sponsoring it all. And if there's any other little sponsors around, I don't know about. And all the drivers make the league at the end of the day. I know you lot guys run it, but the drivers make the league, and every one of them really, really good.
Yeah,
It is.
well, we always say, sorry, Bill. The league is nothing without the drivers. So, yeah, got to
Yeah,
agree
but
with you
the
there.
league, so nothing without the people that are willing to run it.
The drivers are the most important asset we got, though, Carl. If you got lousy ones, it's no good.
I mean, I know there's not a lot of us, but I think if there was maybe too many, I think you start getting the shenanigans and
That's right.
all of that. So, no, it's brilliant. Love them.
And just
Really good.
one last thing before you go, Carl. Obviously, we've got ITCR starting up, sponsored by Result Clothing. So you guys are going to have to put on a good show, because your company is the sponsor.
I'm sure Dave will happily take me out again.
I'm sure if that happens in ITCR, you'll both go into work and get the sack.
No, we won't. We just won't tell them. Just tell them that we got first and second.
Yeah, I'm sure we can point them in the right direction. Well, Carl, always a pleasure, mate. Unlucky for tonight. Unlucky for having a teammate like David that just wants to take you out. Look forward to seeing your protest, and we'll catch you again soon.
Yeah. Take care, lads.
Cheers.
Dave.
Cheers.
Carl, thanks.
Bye-bye.
So Carl Crashy Hardy there, as honest as usual. Right, where are we in the race? We've been watching this battle,
Well,
obviously.
Chris Shaw's in first place at this point in GT4.
He does need to stop again, though.
Yes, he does.
That's for sure.
Yeah, because
That's a
Tyler
shame.
obviously took his second stop, didn't he? And got rid of that little bit of damage that he had.
There's now, 5 seconds, less than 5 seconds between him and Wobbly now, but quite a bit of traffic, so that's definitely going to play into his hands for this last 12, 13 minutes, into Wobbly's hands, that is.
Gary Craig really putting the heat on Jamie Wilson going up the hill.
Yeah, and that's helping Lee Bowden get a little bit of a gap.
It is.
And they've got a couple of GT4s coming up behind them now.
No, that's
So that is
Tyler, trying to
Tyler,
get
isn't
there.
it?
Tyler and Andy Perks, yep.
Tyler really needs these guys out of the way so he can carry on chasing Wobbly.
It'd be hard to pass.
I think he's
through
going
here.
to take. I think he'll just take them on the straight after the. Yeah.
Yeah, he's caught him at the right place, hasn't he?
Yep, now.
Will he get all three? I think he will.
Got a good head of steam going, yep. We'll probably go to the inside, yep.
Yeah, that worked out perfect for,
Sure did.
for Tyler there.
Yeah, this is going to be
Gary's
a.
trying round the outside. We've already seen him sideways there. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, we've got 3 seconds between Wobbly and Tyler now. Then I'm assuming Wobbly's going to go a little bit slower.
Yeah, Chris Shaw's took his
Saving some
second
time.
stop.
Oh,
And
because short
come
come out in
out
the
in
lead.
front. Interesting.
Wow.
Are we going to have a McLaren win on the final race?
We've got a whisker over 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, so lots of questions in GT4. Like I say, are we going to have a first McLaren win? Is Wobbly Kneecaps going to out Tyler Newitt?
And remember, Chris Shaw is filled up now, so he's going to be going at full pace. He's not trying to save any fuel.
No.
Wobbly's still going to have to lift off the gas a little bit to try and make it to the end, I think, if he's still trying to save some.
So Andy Perks finally gets past the first of those two TCRs. Still got Lee Bowden to go.
Ooh,
Wow.
The very good scrap going on here between Jamie Wilson and Gary Craig.
Yeah, side by side, nearly.
Boy, they're both doing a heck of a job through there. Jamie is right on the outside edge. Wow.
Yeah, Gary seems to have some decent grip in the front of that TCR. The direction changes are pretty instant.
All over the back of Jamie Wilson, yeah.
He's right on him.
Tyler's got the gap down to Wobbly to about a second and a half.
And Gary's looking.
Are you going to do it?
It's on the
Jamie's
Wow.
got the
outside
inside
now.
again.
I hate this corner.
That's the tough one.
Whoa!
Wow, side by each.
Yeah, there's some good grip around the outside there.
Incredible battle right there. Yeah.
This is amazing.
A little bit of grass there for Jamie, but he's okay.
Nearly.
This is amazing stuff here in the TCR. This is what we come to expect from these guys, and it's just a
Absolutely.
great show. A great show for the last couple of laps of the season.
You hit it on the head, boy. That was absolutely correct. Really amazing stuff.
And as with the rest of the fields, but especially these two, as they're proving now, and I'm probably going to jinx them. But you can race side by side. Respect is given, space is given. But the fight is hard and fair.
I think Gary's got him now. Maybe not. Boy, oh boy.
These two are on par.
Yes. How many laps can you do side by side?
Wow.
This is phenomenal
Are they
stuff.
listening to the broadcast and doing this for entertainment?
Stacy
for
tried
the-
that one. I'm sorry, go ahead. Yes.
No, that's all right. I was saying this is for the last step on the podium between these two. Ooh.
Wow.
Okay, Gary's definitely got a head now, but it's
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's just watch.
Let's just enjoy this battle. So that's a whole lap they've done side by side.
Is it not 2 laps now? 3
Oh,
laps that they've done?
least.
side by
Is there
side?
any touch there?
And look who's appearing
Whoa!
in the background. It's Mark Draper. Tyler
and
now on the back of Wobbly.
He's made that look easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think Wobbly's got a lot of fight in him because he's still got a fuel save.
Yeah, I think that's you can just see that how quickly that gap is grown. What do we have here?
Yeah. We got 5 minutes to go, and I don't know how far behind. He's about 2 or 3 seconds behind. 2 seconds behind. Wow.
Go on, Mark.
Well, Mark has just watched how difficult Jamie is to get past. He might just be thinking to himself, do you know what, I don't think I can go 2 laps like that.
Jamie's really a terrific racer. No matter what he drives, he's terrific. But a really good driver.
And a thoroughly nice guy as
Yes,
well.
he is. Yes, he is, and he's a smart guy too, which leaves me in the dust. That's why I can't talk to him too long.
Ooh, Lee overcooked that a little bit there.
Just trying to get a little oomph out of there.
I'm just thinking, is Martin and Alan in a race of their own at the moment out the back?
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Wow. Boy, you got a lot of speed into that corner.
Oh, he's having a look.
A bit better,
Sure.
Jamie?
Looked like a little customized rear bumper there, right?
Yeah. Martin's in again.
I've moved on the mark there. That was good.
Yep, Jamie won't give it up though. Don't know whether that rear end damage is affecting him or whether he's run out of tyres.
I don't know. That side-by-side battle had to take a lot out of the rubber on that.
Yeah.
Look at the distance Gary Craig's put on him. Wow. Of course, this battle slowed both of them down, too. Yes, you're still here or eating more cake? What are you doing?
Yeah, I see Chris Shaw's. I am here. I haven't left. Haven't gone anywhere. It's 3 minutes, and Chris Shaw needs to hang on for this win here. And like you said earlier, Chris Shaw just knows how to drive everything. He enjoys himself and has fun in these cars. And look at this in his first race in the GT4s with us. He's leading with 2 minutes to go.
He's doing a great job.
Now it's the battle is on. Chris Shaw, he's the current champion for the TCRs last season. I know he's driving a different car now, so will be nice to see what Tyler can do.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if Porsche's got anything for the grunt of that McLaren.
Don't know. Pretty equal going down. Maybe a little bit more for the McLaren, possibly. I'm not sure.
Was Tyler put in the fastest lap of the race on the last lap with a 125.72? The only driver in the 125s.
Yeah, I think we should be coming up to the white flag now as well. So
Yeah, I think you're right, Yaz.
Wow.
This
So
should
it's
be the
now or
final
never.
lap.
This will be a heck of a last lap. Tyler's really pushing hard. He's on him.
it's now or never.
Where's he going to get it done?
I think his best bet is going to be down the back straight of the handle of that pork chop.
Yeah,
before-
I'm just not sure that Porsche's got the grunt to do anything down there.
Just trying to
I
get
think
maybe
the
going
best he can do is try and put him under pressure. Hope
Yep.
that he make a mistake.
This is the key right here.
Oh.
Good corner by both of them, actually. He's right on him. He's closing in. He's going to be taking a look in a second here. There he goes.
Yeah, but jeez, he's got the speed.
Wow.
Oh, he's really late on the brakes.
He's going to be able to hold it.
Whoa.
He's
He
got it.
did, yes. Yeah,
Wow.
thought he'd overcooked that.
Me too. Oh,
Chris hasn't said
Chris Shaw.
goodbye yet.
oh boy, look at this.
That's
What a finish! Wow. Oh, well done, Tyler. God, that was a heck of
that was a good finish there by Tyler.
that was a heck of a pass.
Tyler
Wow.
knew it first, Chris Shaw second. Wobbly one-stop kneecap. Coming home for the third step on
And
the podium.
And he made it. Looks like he's coasting there.
Yeah, I think he's probably on stuttering over the line there.
Might be.
So Stephen Walker takes yet another win. That's 2 on the trot in TCR.
Is that his car? I've never seen it before. Was that it? The purple one?
This one on the screen is Lee Bowden, who came home second. Gary Craig, third step on the podium in TCR.
Well done, Gary.
So, who are we still waiting to finish? Jason Haddington. Chris
Evers.
Needham managed to do a one-stopper as well.
Here comes David Thumper Evers.
I wonder who's going to be making the other one coffee tomorrow morning.
And that is everybody finished. So, I'm just going to mute my mic for a second, guys. Let you talk about the race and run through the finishing grid. And I'm going to update the scores quickly and make sure we can crown some champions.
Yeah, so in the GT4s we had Tyler Newitt take it on the last corner. Amazing stuff, amazing finish for him to become champion this season. First place for BSTV Orange. We got Chris Shaw with a great showing in BSTV Esport Yellow for second place. Wobbly Kneecamp tried to make the one-stopper work, coming home in third place there. Marco Wirt for VTS Germany coming home fourth. Chris Needham, another good showing for RWC Racing, coming home in fifth, and Jason Addington behind him in sixth. Andy Perks, who had an incident, was a passenger in an incident in the first lap, coming home in seventh. Rob Venn in eighth for BSTV Esport Yellow, and then Sir Alan Toon bringing up the rear for Team Saga in ninth.
Alrighty, in TCR we had Stephen Walker with a commanding win in first place. Second was Lee Bowden, Sim Racing Channel. Third place, Gary Craig on the podium again, BSTV Esports Green. Fourth, Mark Draper, work guard by result. Fifth, Jamie Wilson, Team Chimera. Sixth place, Pete Bingham, BSTV Esports Green. Seventh, Martin Brennan, safeguard by result. Eighth, David Thumper Evers, for result clothing iRacing team. Ninth, Carl Hardy, safeguard by result. Only kidding, David. That was a heck of a race for TCR as well. So we got people burning up their tires now, all happy that they won and this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah, I think Tyler's quite happy about his championship victory there.
Tyler,
reverse donuts. In the TCR.
That's right, front wheel drive. That's right. That's right.
Pete's just lost.
Is that Peach want to do donuts?
Yeah.
So he's doing it. He's doing it backwards. Clearly.
What did you think of that then, Stacey?
That was absolutely brilliant race. What a good end to a season. I mean, the battles with the TCRs, absolutely awesome all the way to the end. Going to be honest, I was hoping for a new winner for the GT4. Really hoping it was Chris Shaw, but he did an absolute brilliant race. So yeah, I loved it. I can't wait for next season. I hope all these guys are going to go into your new league as well, because that'll be just as good.
Yeah, a lot of them have signed up already. So let's get these interviews rolling. And as I've already done the scores, let's get the new Season 4 GT4 champion in. Tyler Newitt, welcome to the booth.
Hi, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done,
Oh
Tyler.
my goodness.
Before we let you go, Tyler, any shout outs you want to give?
Tyler,
serious. Was you worried at all with Wobbly's tactic? Did you think he could make that work on a one-stopper?
Well, I knew he could make it work on a one-stopper. I was worried for most of the start of the race. Once I came out of the pits after my second stop and he was 11 seconds up the road, I was not worried anymore. That was a closable gap, and I knew, he was in the chat, so I knew he was going to have to save the whole way. I was also doing my part to push it to 41 laps, just to be sure he couldn't make it, or he could make it the whole way. So, yeah, my goodness, what a race! I put myself in the position where I needed to get back up there, but man, I didn't think I was going to be able to close on Chris. I mean, he paced with me all day, and I was telling the guys in the chat I was running qualifying laps every single lap. I think it came down to knowing that I could take tires, and Chris not knowing the tires were covered by the fuel. I think that's what did it in the end. That was the big key. And shout out to Rob for the strategy. I was going to do the usual run it twice as long as you can and then splash at the end. And he said, I haven't been around for practice much, but Rob said, no, the tires are really, it's really killing the tires around here. So, he was going to split it down the middle a little bit. And that proved to be the right way to go.
And the season overall, fairly dominant from you, winning by over 200 points from Rob in the end. So you must be happy with that season.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I don't want to be dismissive of the championship, but when it's a season like this where Rob and I were pretty much the only one who could do all the races, and Rob was a bit handicapped by the McLaren for the first few weeks. It's more about the individual races themselves, and we had some really, really great ones in there. The field was a little smaller than last year for a while there, but we really had some fantastic races. I mean, Nürburgring with Stefan, Hockenheim with Stefan and Wobbly Lime Rock. I mean, I can't count on one hand the number of races I've had this season where I'm just left grinning ear to ear at the end, which is, in my opinion, the telltale sign of a great league.
Yeah,
so.
GT4 field obviously getting closer. The new team in with RWC, they're getting closer. But I suppose, I don't know, are you worried now that Chris Shaw might go, ooh, I like these GT4s?
No, I'd love to see Chris Shaw fall in love with the GT4s, because that was a real blast. The more the merrier, in my opinion. I don't care if they're half a second up the road from me or right there with me or still finding their footing. The more drivers we can get in, the better the racing's going to be. That's just how it goes. So no, I hope Chris sticks out the GT4s. Maybe he gets his TCR fill on Sundays and sticks with the GT4 for Wednesdays. Either way, I'm looking forward to next season.
Okie dokie. So, absolutely fantastic season from yourself. Any shout outs you want to give before we let you go? So it looks like the whole field has come in for an interview tonight.
I'm not surprised. It's last race of the season. Everyone's got to get their 15 minutes of fame. But shout out to you guys, of course, for putting the league on. Obviously, I heard Carl say, you guys put the league on, but the drivers really make it, and he's right. But I don't want to dismiss the work that goes on behind the scenes, because I've seen a little bit of it, and I know how tough it is to get these leagues going and get a strong grid. And by the end of the season, we absolutely had a really strong grid, so that was fantastic. Major shout out to Rob for just constantly improving throughout the season. I mean, when we kind of started, it wasn't really a fight between us, but the second half, it absolutely was. And if he had been on his second half pace in the first half, we might have had a different championship battle to talk about. But he was, excellent on the pace and great to have in the chat. shout out to everyone in the BSTV chat as well, Gary and Weeba towards the end, and Ben occasionally, even though nobody really wanted him there, and and Pete, of course. Shout out to Pete. He's taken on a lot of work doing a lot of the broadcasts and doing the racing, and it's always good fun to have him in the chat and give him a headlight flash to wind him up.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on your win tonight. Congratulations on the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, your Season 4 GT4 champion, Tyler Newitt.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, guys.
Right, that's enough of Tyler. We'll cut him short before he goes into his Oscar speech. So, for you, Yaz, I am going to bring in our TCR race winner, Stephen Walker.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, congratulations, Stephen. Well done on that win.
Thank you very much. I wasn't expecting that, I'm not going to lie.
It was once again a wonderful battle in the TCRs to watch. How did you find the race around Road Atlanta this evening?
Yeah, not too bad. I got a bit lucky with my qualifying. I think if I'd not got... Well, I didn't plan on getting it, but I got someone's slipstream or someone's toe for qualifying, and that obviously put me on pole, but I don't think I had the pace to do that. Or I didn't in practice anyway, so then I got lucky because I could just drive. I managed to get a good start. I think if I'd been starting a bit further back, I no way would I have won. I think everyone's too similar pace. As soon as they started battling and I got them out of the slipstream, I just tried to get my head down and pull away as much as I could. I didn't know what they were going to do in the pits.
Yeah. Well, you showed some good pace through the race. Once again, this isn't your first win of the season. You joined us quite late on. Does that mean we're going to see you in the new season come 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, I'll be there. I've really enjoyed it. It's nice to do league racing again. I haven't done it for quite a long time. So everyone's really nice, really clean. You guys do a really good job. So yeah, I'll be back next season.
There's a nasty rumour that you'll have teammates next season.
I hope so. I hope I've convinced them to do it. So yeah, fingers crossed we will, and then there'll be more of the purple cars that are on the show.
Well, I'm sure they're going to want to come and beat you, whoever your teammates are. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to before you go?
Yeah, just Russ, Danger Cowell, Matthew, Escobar, Elmore, and my brother as usual, and obviously to you guys for running the league and doing a good job, and everyone else in the races. I've really enjoyed the 4 races I've done, and I'm very much looking forward to next season.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to having you there.
I have a question for Stephen.
Yes.
Stephen, if you're going to come back next year, you're not allowed to use nitrous like you did in that race. Holy cow! You were so far down the road, I didn't even think you were in the race. God, unbelievable! A hell of a performance there, pal. Let me tell you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I think, like I said, a little bit lucky with when they started battling. I just managed to get out of the slipstream, and then again, because they were battling, I could just stick to my pace, and I didn't have to worry about anything for a bit.
Well, you did the right thing. You got down the road, put the hammer down, and off you went. Good for you, man.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Great stuff.
Okay, so race winner for TCR, Stephen Walker there. So we've done GT4 winner, we've done GT4 champion, we've done TCR winner. So next up, let's bring in our Season 4 TCR champion, Mark Draper. Welcome to the booth.
Thanks. Over the moon.
Congratulations on the championship. 4th place tonight, I think it was. Let's talk about tonight's race first. You had some fantastic battles out there, mate.
Yeah, it's the same every week, especially the back end of the week with Jamie and Gary, even Stephen. To be honest, it's really, really close tonight. I think Stephen had the best pace, clearly, tonight. I think I could have maybe had 3rd, but I lost a little bit of time through the pit phase. I took tyres where I know Jamie didn't, and then so did Gary. And I was catching at the end, but it's just I kept making mistakes, and I got to slow down, and it just one error onto another error. Then cost me quite a lot of time. But at the same time, I still had loads of fun racing these dudes because every single one of them was fair.
Yeah, we did see you put it in hot a couple of times. But you know, still a good result. You know, considering you'll usually win it or bin it. It must be nice to come fourth.
Yeah, it is.
So let's talk about your championship win overall. Fairly dominant in a very classy TCR field. So you must be over the moon with your performance this season.
Oh yeah, definitely. I came into the season expecting the top 5, and I'll be well happy. I did not expect, especially with the caliber driver in here, that I would win it. But yeah, I'm over the moon.
And
defend it next season.
I was going to say, will you be back to defend it next season?
Yeah, I think I'll try my hardest. It was a bit chaotic the end of the season, obviously with lockdown rules starting to ease off a bit, so I was getting a lot less time to practice and just getting into the rig, like in qualifying every week. But the kids are on half term now, so I've had a little bit more time this week to practice. But yeah, I think we'll still be able to make it work next season.
Excellent. Any highlights of the season from you?
I think this race, to be honest, I know I said I didn't have that bad, but it was probably my favourite race for racing, as if you know what I mean, door banging, racing different people, like 3 different people I was racing tonight, and yeah, I think tonight was probably my highlight.
Excellent. Well, before we let you go, mate, any shout outs you want to give?
Just the result, boys. You boys as well for obviously putting the stream on, and Stacy as well. Yeah, just the result boys are class, putting on the practice sessions every week, giving me like loads and loads of pep talks before the race, telling me how class I am, and I believe them every single week. So yeah, just everyone, thanks.
Well, Carl told us during the race, after he'd crashed multiple times, that he's looking for a teammate for you for next season. We did offer him Pete Bingham free of charge, but unfortunately he turned us down. But it will be good to see you with a teammate and see what you can do in that team's championship as well.
Yeah, be cool. We'll see who turns up, see who fancies it.
Yeah, okie dokie, mate. Well, we've still got plenty of interviews to get through. So, well done on your 4th place tonight, and congratulations on your Season 4 TCR Championship. And we look forward to seeing you again next season to start your defence.
Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot, guys.
Nice going, Mark.
Congratulations, Mark. Nice job.
Thank you. Thanks.
Right, who shall we get in next? Let's get in. I'll tell you who will. Do you want to do any interviews tonight, Stacey?
Give me David Ayres.
Right, well, I'll tell you what, let's just get the podiums out of the way. So let's give Mr. Wobbly One-Stop Kneecaps over to Yaz.
Wobbly Kneecap, well done on that finish. It was tight towards the end, and we were trying to guess what was going to happen. How did you find that race there on the one-stopper?
Well, I first want to say, Tyler, thanks for messing up my strategy, because I was faster, but I was gambling on the 40 laps, and then 3 laps before the end of the race, I looked at my calculator and I still had to save 5 liters, and so I was driving 8 seconds slower. So basically I just had a drive through the countryside, and that was basically my race. No, but no jokes. The first part, I knew Tyler was really fast, and that Marco was gonna try and launch it. So I did my duty, and I didn't let him pass that easily. So Tyler and Chris got the gap. But I mean, it was close, but it was fun.
This was your first season with this league. You've had a couple of wins in there. You've battled up front with the winners and the fast guys. How did you find the league through the season?
I don't like the league. I don't like the guys, but I still drive for you guys now. So no, just messing with that. It's a really nice league. Everybody's just really cool to each other, and there's a lot of respect on track. Even though it's sometimes pretty close. But in the end, everybody, when they have a coming together or so, they go back into the chat and just apologize or just talk it out if it's even necessary. So basically, it's just it's almost like a group of friends just racing and just doing so, having fun.
Yep, having fun while still being competitive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And now you've joined the BSTV team, so I'm sure we're going to see a lot of you going forward. I'm sure you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, I am. Though I got lured in, I got scammed because it was promised a beanie when signing, but I didn't get one, Clyde.
You haven't given me your address yet, mate.
I'm scared to do that,
man. and you haven't got a lot of hair left, so I'm worried the hat will rub it off.
Wise choice. Wise choice, Wobbly. Don't give him your address, whatever you do.
I'm afraid he's gonna stand up on my doorstep.
I'll come and steal your underwear.
No, but the guys are great, and I had a lot of fun. As I said a couple of times before, I didn't drive the GT4 before the season, and the first 4 races I hated it, absolutely despised it, and during the end of the season I couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah, that's good to hear. We really look forward to seeing more of you through the season. Is there anybody you'd like to say thank you to, shout outs for the season?
I want to thank you guys for at least organizing it, and the sponsor EDF Motorsports. I learned this from Tyler. No, you guys, and especially as I said before, the other drivers are just great, and the respect for each other is so high that I want to thank everybody, and especially Tyler for teaching me how to fuse.
Well, congratulations on a great season and good finishes this season. And yeah, have a good break for next week, and we'll see you back in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, we will.
Cheers, man.
Hey,
See you,
cheers.
Right, so next I'm going to bring in a driver who didn't have a particularly good race, but had a fantastic season. Mr. Rob Venn, welcome to the booth. We can't hear you.
I can. Well, hello.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, Rob, a bit of a coming together at the start of that race. Ruined the race for you, really. Where do you think you could have got to?
Probably around about third, maybe. It would have been interesting between. Well, Wobbly he was doing some monster fuel saving at the end. I would have gone for a 2-stop. Sort of similar to what Tyler did. Similar. I probably would have gone longer on the first stint and then had a shorter second stop, slightly. But yeah, it would have been interesting because it was properly tight, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So this race aside, you've had an absolutely fantastic season. So obviously started off with the McLaren, switched to the Porsche once you knew what a gas guzzler the McLaren was, but ultimately second place in the championship behind a dominant Tyler Newitt. You must be happy with that. I know it's not first place, but it's another step up the ladder.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very happy with the second place, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I think I had a really strong sort of mid-season. I think, yeah, at the start, okay, I was in the McLaren, but then, yeah, I changed cars, sort of got on top of the Porsche, but I sort of dropped off the last couple of races as well, it felt like. But yeah, it's really, really good, and I mean, I've got to sort of work out how, because I think I've been up and down a little bit as well. I sort of need to work out how to even things out a bit to make sure that I'm sort of getting the best out of my driving and stuff like that all the time.
And if you, interesting you say that, if you can level out those peaks and troughs, do you think you've got a serious title challenge in you, or is it a little bit too soon?
Well, you're never going to say no. But I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see sort of who we've got in the field next season, sorry. Because it's sort of wait and see, isn't it? To get through the first few races and then see where you are. But yeah, I mean, if I start hooking everything up together like I did at Brands or Mid Ohio, then yeah, there's a chance there, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, you never know, mate. It only takes somebody to have a couple of bad rounds, and for you to be there or thereabouts. And I don't see any reason. I'm presuming you'll be back next season.
Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I just stop listening to Tyler. Find his weak spot and keep nobbling him and nudging him off, and job's a good one.
I mean, that's the thing, is finding the weak spot, isn't it? And then exploiting that. So, yeah.
I'll send you some ideas, mate. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you for that.
So before we let you go, Rob, any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I mean, shout out for you guys for running the series and all that type of thing, doing the broadcast and all that type of thing, because there's a lot of work there. Thank you to all the drivers. Thank you to the team. Because the Discord chat and stuff like that's a good laugh during the race and all that type of stuff, and it's quite good. And everyone watching. I think it's been a really good season, and I hope it'll grow next season.
Excellent. Well, like I say, commiserations on tonight's race, but congratulations on your second place in the GT4 Championship, Rob Venn.
Thank you.
Well done, Rob.
Okay, so next up for you, Yaz, I'm going to bring Mr. Jamie Wilson in. And then I'm going to bring in the Brothers Grimm, Pete, Gary, and let Stacy loose on them. So let's bring in Mr. Jamie Wilson.
Good evening, Jamie. Another great race day by you. Some great battles that we watched there. I'm sure you enjoyed that one.
Yeah, very much so. Kind of a lot of blood, sweat, and tears going forwards, only to go backwards again. But a lot of good fun in the process.
Yeah, the battle between yourself and Gary Craig, we watched for about 2 or 3 laps where you were basically side by side all the way through that, and you both just gave each other enough space to get around the track, but still do it at such pace, such entertainment. What does it actually feel like to be driving like that?
Honest answer, sweaty. It's good. It's good fun. You have to be looking around a lot. Obviously with VR, so judging gaps and all that kind of thing is assisted by the fact that it's in 3D, so you can judge depth properly and that kind of thing. You race different people differently. So if this was official racing, then you'd give everyone a bit more of a margin because you don't know what they're like and that kind of thing. We all trust each other at this point, so we can race that harder, potentially harder, and not fall foul of each other at any point. And that's the most rewarding racing that there is on the system. So that's why these are such great events to be part of.
Yeah, we were saying in the broadcast that it's we've watched this all season and it was the perfect ending. After 12 rounds to still see it going side by side like that for for such a long time. How did you find your season unfold from beginning to end? What was it like?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit disappointed. I didn't grab a win at any point. But honestly, I don't think I was really in contention for it at any point either. At the early part of the season, Mark was romping ahead. But none of us really had an answer for him. And I was just saying in the chat room just now that I said at that point in the season that Mark is beatable. If only myself or Gary can, just about get that tiny bit more pace to go and catch him. And, Mark was catchable, but it wasn't because he slowed down. It was because everyone managed to pick up that pace. And then we have, Steve Walker coming in and just elevating everyone to another higher level. So, it's been fun to be amongst a group of people that are around the same pace as you, and that pace is competitive.
Yeah. So, I think a win for you is around the corner. Looking at the pace that you've shown, does that mean we are going to see you for another season in 2 weeks' time?
Probably, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I haven't really thought otherwise. So, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, that's good. Are there any shout-outs or thank yous you want to do before the season ends?
Just congratulations to Tyler and to Mark, who I believe both won championships. Well deserved in both cases. And yeah, you guys for putting it on and for the broadcast. So, doing both of those. And being somewhat involved in the ITCR series on the other side of that curtain, I know that it is, a bunch of work that goes into this stuff. I'm only involved in that one, and even then only on, doing bits and bobs. But all of that effort is certainly appreciated by everyone that's taking part. From every time we have a chat after the race, while we're waiting to come in here, we're all, singing praises about the series in general, and we wouldn't all be in the same room having a chat about it if it wasn't for you guys putting it on. So really thankful to you guys collectively for coming up with something that is of valued use of all of our time.
Well, thank you for driving this season, and we look forward to seeing you next season. Thanks, Jamie.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
So nearly flushed Yaz then. Been very popular, would it?
Wouldn't be the first time, huh? Yes.
No. She's been chomping at the bit. Literally, not saying she looks like a horse, but
Stacy's been warming up for this one.
So let's bring in Mr. Pete Bingham and Mr. Gary Craig. Welcome to the booth.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Get 'em, Stace.
Start with you, Gary. Fantastic racing from you this evening. Well done on your third place. Lots of side-by-side racing. How did the race go for you? How did you feel?
Yeah, it was good fun tonight. I think I had about 3 laps side-by-side with Jamie at one point. So, yeah. I ended up not missing out in quali, but ended up, because I didn't get a draft, ended up starting 5th. And then that fun fight 3-wide with Carl and David that ended up with them coming together, I managed to avoid that, but it put me behind. So when I caught back to them, I just made the decision to pit as soon as possible, and when I could, and took tyres. And that really gave me a bit of an edge at the end, but still Jamie was so hard to pass. I was catching them all, but then Jamie just took so long to pass that I couldn't get any closer to Lee. Got within 2 seconds of him again, but it was good fun chasing again. It was a good race.
It looked really good fun to watch. We were thinking perhaps maybe you were doing it on purpose just for a bit of a laugh.
Well, I was going to stick it side by side. I knew I had the pace on the tyres, but it still doesn't make it easy. Jamie was really good on the brakes, so yeah, it was really good fun. Good fight.
Glad you enjoyed it. Well done. Pete, coming over to you. Bit of a race on your own there, really, wasn't it, mate? How did you find the race went for you?
It was a bit like a nice drive in the country. Wound the windows down, one arm on the windowsill, just one hand in it, round the corners, as you could probably tell.
Was you in the right country?
Yeah, steering wheel's on the wrong side of the car. Evidence that lack of practice means you're not going to be in the competitive positions. I haven't had time with the broadcasts over the weekend and work as well. But I always liked Road Atlanta. the guys that we race with here are fantastic. It's a really good racing community. I couldn't let everything go without at least one protest, so I filed a protest tonight. Don't know whether Clyde's seen that, but Sam certainly has. But yeah, great result for the league. So I think everybody's going to try and turn up for the next season, which is great. And yeah, if I'd done more practice, I might have been slightly more better prepared. About another 100 laps, and I'd have been a bit more competitive, I think.
You proved Clyde wrong this evening. You weren't crashing out. You had a really clean race.
I got close. I got close, and Tyler was saying, "Oh, you've got another slowdown, Pete." And I was like, "Oh, what?" Sorry, slow-mo, not slowdown. I was like, "What?" So I know you caught at least one of them. I think I finished with like 4 or 5 incident points, just catching that 1X at the top of the hill through the chicane. I think I got that 4 times, and then one wheel off into turn 1, I think, or was it the? I can't remember now. Oh no, it was the end of the bone on the pork chop.
Yeah.
So yeah. No, I think lots and lots of practice makes you competitive, especially around this track, because it's a rhythm track. You just get in the same rhythm. You just tick off laps, do it over and over again, and a bit of talent comes in, and that's where Gary fulfills that role in BSTV Green. Shame we couldn't continue to lead it and win it at the end, but BSTV Yellow did a great job. So just shows how annoying Chris Shaw is. He can jump in a different car and still almost win it.
Oh, we thought that was brilliant as well. Guys, are we going to see you both back next season as teammates again?
I hope so. Yeah, that's the plan.
I'll check my calendar. Yeah, it's fine.
we did try to ship him out to Result, Gary, but they wouldn't have him.
Yeah. No, I heard. Yeah.
Even for all the pies in the world.
Well, I heard that you got paid 50 quid so that they didn't have to take him. Is that not right?
Brilliant. Guys, you got any shout outs before you go?
Yeah, I'll start. Shout out to Pete first for being a great teammate. We nearly got that team's championship, and I think we would have had a good chance at that. But next year, we'll have another go. And of course, to Mark for a great season in the TCR, and the other guys as well, for putting up a great kind of fight with us. So it was really good and really clean all season long. And well done to Tyler for the win in the GT4 as well.
And I'd like to thank Gary for being a great teammate and helping me get better and improve my iRating and race against stronger competitors in the officials, because it really does help when you come to one of these leagues, and the league likewise helps you get better at official races. Thanks to EDF Motorsports. Thanks to Sam for addressing my protest concerns so quickly. I protested Clyde and Sam, just for the record. On lap 1,000 of this race, and to all the people that watch, because it's the attendance in the watching which makes it worthwhile for the racers. The racers like to see themselves racing, of course. It gives them some sort of ego boost. I don't know, especially Tyler. But yeah, looking forward to next season. And thanks to you guys for taking the piss out of me every week without fail, and slow-mos from Sam and sarcastic comments from Clyde. So yeah, cheers.
Cheers, guys. Thanks ever so much, and we'll see you next season.
Cheers. Thanks, guys. Thanks to the broadcast.
Right, so that's all of our interviews done for tonight. Now, Sam is telling me that he can get the final standings up on your screens for you. I will just wait for them to appear so you know what I'm talking about.
It appears it's not working anymore, because
yeah,
they probably changed something in their thing.
I've not done anything. Anyway, so
who would have guessed?
Your GT4 champion was short name Tyler Newitt. Second place was short name Rob Venn. And third place was short name, Stefan Goebel. Wobbly Knee Camp came in fourth, Andy Perks fifth, Chris Needham sixth, Jason Haddington seventh, Arno Chenonnier eighth, Marco Lewert ninth, Alan Toon 10th, Simon Van Dyke 11th, Chris Shaw with his one and only outing in 12th, and Austin Walters in 13th. In your TCR championship, Mark Draper took away the championship with Gary Craig in second. Jamie Wilson came home a creditable third with Lee Bowden in fourth. Frank T-Bosch in fifth. Carl Hardy sixth. Martin Brennan seventh. David Ayres eighth. Pete Bingham was ninth. Stephen Walker was 10th. Scott Malcolm 11th. And Pete Van Gool in 12th. In your team standings, so BSTV Esports Yellow of Chris Shaw and Rob Venn took away the team championships. In second place, BSTV Esports Green, Gary Craig and Pete Bingham. And Result Clothing iRacing team finished third. That is David Ayres and Frank T-Bosch. Safeguard by Result were fourth, VTS Germany fifth, BSTV Esports Orange in sixth, Workguard by Result in seventh, RWC Racing eighth, Next Level E-Series team in ninth, Team Chimera in 10th, Sim Racing Channel were 11th, RWC Racing 2 in 12th, Spectre 6th were 13th, and rounding out your team championship was Team Saga in 14th. So, Bill, as you got away with the interviews, give us a race rundown, please.
Alrighty. I think it was a really interesting race. It was exciting, especially the last-minute heroics by Tyler Newitt on almost the last corner to pass for the win in GT4. Of course, Stephen Walker was about a century and a half ahead of the rest of the TCR field, but he said he was lucky. I think he drove pretty darn good, to be honest with you, to get out there. But great battles all through TCR. That's turned out to be an amazing class, really. It's like anybody can win on any day situation, which is wonderful, really. And this league is the best. I know it kind of sounds self-serving because I'm part of it, but it really is. We got great announcers, great drivers, great fans. I mean, it's terrific. I'm waiting for the bubble to burst, but I hope it never does. So hopefully we'll see all of you next year. What can I say? It was a really wonderful race, a great race for the last one of the season. I mean, we've been to plenty before where 12 guys show up out of 40 because nobody can win. I mean, these guys come because they enjoy racing here, and you heard it through the interviews. Who these guys enjoy what they do here, and that's what counts. That's what makes it fun. So hopefully we see you all next year. Thanks.
Stacy, give us a rundown for the season. Have you enjoyed yourself in the booth? Have you enjoyed the racing?
Absolutely loved it. I mean, I like being here for the banter, but not just the banter. It's these guys, like you say, we've said it before, I'll say it again. It's the guys that race. They're absolutely awesome. They keep it clean. They all help each other. They're here for fun. I don't think they take it too seriously. They just really enjoy it. Going to this evening's race, I've enjoyed it a lot. TCR, I think, have been the best tonight, especially with Jamie Wilson and Gary Craig with the side-by-side racing. Absolutely loved that. And with the GT4s, I was really hoping that Chris Shaw was going to stick it to Tyler tonight, but he didn't. So well done, Tyler, for nipping him just at the last bit.
Yeah, well, we'll see what Chris Shaw races next season. That could be interesting. Yaz, quick season review from you.
Just a great season. I think everybody said it. It's just about everybody was at the beginning of the season. It was a small field in the GT4s, but that didn't deter the action. We had a couple of new people join the league, and they've shown some good pace and some good learnings also from some people. So just a wonderful season all around. And the last race of the season just showed some great battles that just summed up everything that went on the 12 weeks before. Perfect.
Excellent. And before we go to driver of the meeting, Sam, yeah, I think I may have done a couple of these on the cameras, but you've done the majority of them. We've seen some fantastic racing this season.
As we saw since the start of this GT4 TCR league, I mean, all the drivers have improved, I think. And the racing was great season 1, and it's even better now. So I think if you want to race in one league, I think that's the one you need to aim to.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, mate. And the cars are not the quickest, but not the slowest. And they still take some taming. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to season 5. So, Bill, I'm going to put you on the spot, and I would like your driver of the evening, please.
Boy, that's a tough one. I'd have to pick Stephen Walker. Pretty commanding, pretty dominating performance by him, and he was very humble about it, I have to say, but he did a damn good job. So, Stephen Walker.
Okay, and Sam, you're next on my hit list.
Well, I'm gonna go with Tyler this time. He proved he can drive as fast as he can, and the same as the way he saved fuel. So, yeah, it was a good one.
Okay, and Yaz, please.
Well, I have a way of not choosing winners, so I'm going to continue with that. It was between Gary Craig and Jamie Wilson for that battle that they gave us, and because Gary came out on top, I'm going to give it to him. Gary Craig.
Gary Craig. Okay, who's next? Oh, it's me next. Well, I was literally thinking exactly the same as Yaz. It's getting a little bit weird now because I keep agreeing with Yaz, which is not good.
So means I'm on the wrong path.
You're in trouble, yes.
As there were 2 participants in that battle, and Yaz picked one, I'm going to go for the other one and give my vote to Mr. Jamie Wilson. Let me just chuck that in the Dewberry Firkin. And Stacy, your driver of the evening.
Hey, I don't like to pick anyone the same as you guys. So I can't go for Jamie and I can't go for Gary because I was going to go for either of those. I'm going to go for Pete Bingham. And the reason I'm going for Pete is because he didn't crash, he kept it clean, and he brought the car home safely.
Oh, God. Martin, I think you need to have words. I think there's some sort of secret love affair going on here somewhere. So, yeah, bit weird. But anyway, just so everybody knows, we are not going to announce the driver of the season tonight. We will do it on Discord, but just to be 100% sure, we are going to go back and check all the votes and just make sure everything is happy, because we don't want to end up with a UK nil point again. So what have we got coming up for you in the next week? So what month is it? Oh, it's June already. So Saturday we are back in V8 action with the Racetech V8 ESC rounds 6 and 7 from the wonderful Donington Park. On Sunday, our new series, ITCR, kicks off with its media day from Lime Rock Park. That's brought to you by Result Clothing. We still have a few spaces left. It's going to be fast and furious. And that is it in the next 7 days, because it is iRacing week 13 next week. So there is no GT4 TCR action for us. But that gives us a chance to get season 5 planned, programmed, and up and running. So, as usual, thanks to all the drivers for putting on a fantastic race and a brilliant season. Congratulations to our race winners and also our champions from season 4. Thanks to everybody that watches, everybody that chips in on the chat. We always appreciate that. Make sure you drop the video a like, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, and make sure you follow us on Facebook. That way you will never miss the action again. I'm going to say a big thanks to Pete Bingham first for standing in as a commentator in this series. He certainly helped us out when he should have been driving, but he's back behind the wheel now. Thanks to Sam for his fantastic camera work. I know what you guys are going to say. You know, I know he's not as good as me, but I'll keep teaching him, and you know, he'll get there eventually. Thanks for Bill and all his Murrayisms from the season. I'm sure at some point we'll be able to put together a little montage for you. Thanks for Stacy. It's been absolutely fantastic having Stacy in the booth, even though you don't see all the moans and complaints I get on Facebook from her while the races are going on. And also thanks to Yaz for joining us all the way from South Africa. That was a really shocking accident. I still stick by the song. I've never met a nice South African, but it's nice to have one in the booth. So that was season 4. Season 5 will be coming straight up. Thanks to EDF for sponsoring the series. Thanks to anyone and everyone that's had anything to do with it. I'm going to say good night. I'm going to let the guys and girls say good night, and then we'll close the broadcast. So thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe and good night.
Okay, good night, everybody, and thanks for letting me join in tonight. I've been kind of absent for a while, and really a fun league here. It was enjoyable to watch and to be part of, and I'm very fortunate to be part of this team. So hopefully we see you all next season, and have a good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Hope to see you next season.
Thanks everybody for watching, and a big massive thanks to Clyde for having me here. Really appreciate it. Hope you have me back again next season. Well done to all the drivers. You make it really entertaining, and it just makes it even more fun of being here. See you next time.
Good night, everybody. Hope to see you for season 5, all except Clyde, maybe, but well, still need him to allow Pete to drive, so we'll have to deal with it. Have a good night.